Representing the World Bank. There's going to be protesters here because it's our annual meeting, and in these past few years, these common people, these ordinary folk have come to protest the policies of the World Bank because they don't understand. And so we're out here walking around just talking to people, trying to show them what the true face of the World Bank really is. These types of common people that will tell you that the bank goes to sub-Saharan Africa, to the developing world, to the so-called third world, to extract, to exploit their natural resources, they even call us bloodsuckers. I mean, imagine that. This is a much more important natural resource. I kind of understand where you're coming from.
If he's not willing to give the blood for oil, what would you be willing to give the blood for? Is there another form of trade that we could possibly...
Yes, maybe we could work something out.
Yeah. Now, a lot of these protesters will raise issues to say that, you know, we'll give money and loans to dictators, you know, no matter what their human rights record is, or that we want to privatize things like water and healthcare and education.
Well, we do want to privatize
and we do want to do those things.
For the good of the people, really.
For the good of everyone.
Some of the structural adjustment programs of the bank have tended to lower school enrollment. But now we all know there are different strata. Let's use that word. Class is very, very pejorative and judgmental, but there are different strata of society. There's one strata that needs to be educated to move into leadership positions, right? A little higher.
Yeah.
That needs to move into leadership positions. Those people, of course, need to be educated. And there's another strata, which many of you may relate to, another strata that doesn't need to be educated. And I can see that you're all here lollygagging around. You're not at some university getting educated.
They're not at work. They're not at work.
They're not working.
I'm not working.
So this strata of people doesn't need to receive an education. In fact, if they did receive an education, they would just be organizing in unions, unsatisfied in their positions. So when we incorporate these structural adjustment programs, it helps enforce the natural order of things.
Oil barons, who do they think? Big corporations, who do they think?
Now the point, see these lies are getting louder. Can someone turn down his microphone? So why would we give them free health care? It's going to be difficult lives for them anyway. So if they live 30, 25 years productive, making things for the first world, we'll pay them something. Well, I'm sure we'll pay them something for those goods. And they die when they're 30 or 35, and their useful life is really over, and they don't have to suffer in that difficult working conditions anymore, which a lot of these protesters bemoan. They bemoan the poor working conditions, and in fact, they just want to prolong those difficult working conditions for them until what, they're 60 or 65? That would only prolong a more difficult life. So I think it's better for all a privatized healthcare system, and the upper classes in that society can benefit from having, you know, CAT scans and this more exotic technology for keeping them alive.
It's a natural filter. Privatization is a natural filter.
It helps marshal and distill the underclass.
We're hoping there will be some police here actually to serve as a natural filter. I don't. Could we stand a little?
It's just that there's more of them than there are of us. You're doing a great job. Great job.
Keeping order.
just really misinformed about the World Bank and the things
Is
that
that
they
the
do.
true face of the World Bank?
Beautiful.
We'll re-educate them. Don't worry about it.
All right.
But really, channel it elsewhere.
I like the World Bank. I think it does a lot of good. I feel sorry for you.
No, we work for the bank.
Can I shake your hand? We're having meetings later tonight after sundown. If you'd like to talk about it one-on-one, personal meetings. We can do lunch or something. Come back, come on, guys. I don't know why they left. I thought we were going to have a coffee together.
We're doing tremendous good around the world to reduce poverty,
Develop that
and
infrastructure
to
in the third
develop
world.
the infrastructure.
Help them extract their natural resources from the third world. And it's true that the vast majority of those natural resources do end up in the hands of the West, who are, of course, much more capable of managing those natural
If you had
resources.
any souls, I'd say you're going right to hell. You guys are impoverishing people worldwide with your structural adjustment policies. You guys get the U.S. armed forces and the intelligence agencies to go prop up dictators in the third world. You guys get a bunch of money funneled to them, which gets kicked back to U.S. and Western corporations to pay for those loans. You guys wipe out healthcare, education. You cripple them with mountains of debt that they wind up borrowing just to pay back. This is a recipe for unrest across the globe. Everybody around here is wondering why they hate us. Well, they hate us because what you're doing.
Someone go get me a latte?
No, dictator is a very strong word, first of all.
You have anything like fleshy, like a blood pudding or something like that? No? Could you get a little snapshot of us? Could you get a snapshot of us? We don't usually show up on film. It's something about the soul. No, don't smash the state. No. No, keep the state. No.
Well, if they want to smash it and we could reconstruct it with a program, perhaps that could be beneficial for us.
You may say dictator, you may say human rights and all of these pejorative terms, but we like to call it order, keeping things straight in a country, dealing with those pesky trade unions and human rights activists. These things need to be done, and order needs to be kept. And that's what we're about at the bank. When we loan to supposed dictators, we know that they will be able to keep order in their countries.
But also,
and we appreciate that.
There are other options. We know that our leader Wolfowitz has very strong ties with the new administration of the United States, which we're very happy with. And I think he could always discuss with them other more forceful alternatives in some of these countries if they're beginning to go against some of our policies.
We're just spokespeople for the World Bank, trying to tell you what a good job the World Bank is doing for capitalism in the free market.
Sucking the blood out of everybody, right?
I don't understand what you're saying. I don't think we should address this woman. She's obviously a troublemaker.
I'm not a troublemaker, but I need to know for my people. You guys looking like y'all undercover or something. Y'all working for the count. Y'all working for the count. Somebody.
We work for our head, Mr. Wolfowitz, Mr. Paul Wolfowitz.
Lord Wolfowitz.
Is now head of the World Bank.
I don't deal with people with pointy teeth.
Common people are going to be protesting the World Bank, saying that we're bloodsuckers and we live off the third world. And we're here to say that those things are lies, to show you what the true face of the World Bank is about. We we help those nations develop their economies.
Excuse me.
We loan money.
I'm from Ghana.
You're from Ghana. Yes. And Ghana is on a structural adjustment program, isn't it?
Let me say something. These activities going on goes to benefit the international corporate organizations. And this...
There are those who say these things.
Oh,
There are those who say this.
please, it is not those who say it. What is apparent is what people are saying. It is not people are saying it out. You see, you don't have to go to do PhD in economics to see the truth.
To see the truth on the streets.
You see the truth on the street. Africa is the richest continent on this planet. But where are the resources going? It is not going anywhere.
Are you saying that the World Bank is helping suck resources from these countries? Do I look like I would want to suck the resources?
Look at your
Do I
teeth
look
now.
like the kind of person?
Look at your teeth. I have to give you a citation.
I have to give you one as well.
They said don't be mean to this.
People being lazy, goofing around in school, they should be working. They can be making Nike sneakers. Sometimes it's silly tables, but big mistakes are made. You want money to develop nations.
Anytime you can get the truth from somebody in a nice suit, it's always going to be more believable.
Dude, then what happened to your neck?
What?
What happened to your neck?